Hello and welcome to my reaction to Liverpool's opening day draw versus Fulham. And I take draw very lightly here because we did not deserve to get that draw today. We were poor all over the pitch today. Uh, even from the first goal, Trent poor from the cross. Uh, Diaz didn't track back to help Robertson out. It was just poor all over the pitch. They bullied us. Well, Mitrovic bullied the team from minute one, and we didn't have a reply. Well, we did have a reply in Nunez and Salah, but they were the better team throughout the whole 90 minutes. And I can guarantee you that we'll be the slightly happier team that we actually got something from that game because we weren't good enough for the win, perfectly honest. A lot of players infuriated me today. I'll get into who later on, but it was just slow. It would look complete mirror opposite to what happened in the game last week. We weren't pressing as much as we usually do. Midfield was wrong. The obviously the substitutes I thought were wrong as well, but bar one maybe. And we never really shone out in the game. We were always second best everything, bullied by everyone on the pitch. Not not good enough in the slightest. A draw, I would be more than happy to say, is what we at the very even we barely deserve that. We barely deserve that. That's the only positive I can take is that we didn't lose the game because honestly the rest is just full on negatives. I'm not going to go into full on rant mode. Obviously, it's the first game of the season. I can't really go mental because Man City could easily lose tomorrow to West Ham. You don't know. It's the first game of the season, and but these are the kind of games that cost us the league. If we lose the league again by 1 point, we'll look back in this day and be like, well, why didn't we take advantage of it? Because this sort of team is going to be battling near the bottom of the table, and we're going to be battling near the top. And it's these kind of games we need to win if we want to win league titles. Main negative to take, obviously, Thiago's injury. If this doesn't show that we need a midfielder, I don't know what will. We need a midfielder as soon as possible. I don't care what stopgap it is, Bellingham next summer, whatever. But we need someone now. Need. And I don't care what Klopp says if we says the squad is good enough. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not in midfield. Not in midfield. Henderson, I always have my doubts over him. Fabinho, our best midfielder, and he's a number 6. Milner, too old. Harvey Elliott, raw. Fabio Carvalho, raw. Curtis Jones, injured. Oxlade-Chamberlain, injured. Don't know if I've already said him. But we need a midfielder now. We need a midfielder now. Everyone. Trent, poor at defending. His passing was off as well. Salah was the only one that really looked like he was going to make a difference in the team. And honestly, even he was quiet as well. Diaz hit the post, but wasn't involved as much as I would have hoped. That's pretty much it. And we'll just get into the player ratings now, obviously. Alisson, no, he maybe could have done better for the first, but it was a very powerful header from Mitrovic. Couldn't do much for the penalty. It was a really good penalty. Didn't really have much else to do, to be honest. I'll probably give him a 6. Didn't really do much. Trent, poor. Trent was poor. Should have done better for the first goal. Not much you could have done for the second. That wasn't his fault. But his overall play, I thought, was poor today. I saw him constantly not kick the ball out of play, but loose passes. And he looked like he didn't sleep the night before. He just looked tired. And for that reason, I'm going to give him a 5. Van Dijk, he gave away the penalty. As much as it pains me to say it's soft, yes, but it is a penalty. And for that reason, I'm going to give him a 5. He gave away the penalty. I can't really say much. Matip looked nervous. I don't know what it was, but he looked nervous. But he was the better out of the two. So I'd probably give him a 6. Didn't really do too much wrong. His passing may have been off at times, but I thought he was the better out of the two. Robertson didn't really offer much going down the left-hand side, to be honest. There were a few times where he snapped at crosses, and it was similar to Trent in a way with his passing. He just looked tired already. I'd probably give Robertson a 5 as well. And then Fabinho got subbed off, had a poor game, kept giving the ball away. He had a good few diagonal long balls, but his overall play I thought was poor as well. 5. Henderson, 4. I'm not even kidding. I hated Henderson's performance today. I don't understand Klopp's obsession with Henderson at this point. When we subbed on Milner, we subbed off Fabinho, but kept Henderson on. And we were then playing with a midfield 3 of Milner, Henderson and Elliott. It was not good enough, personally. And Henderson, he hit the bar right at the end. So what? His overall play was poor. Passing was off. All over the pitch. He was the worst out of the three that started, in my opinion. Thiago, slow, but he came off injured. Like, it's hard to really tell. He did play, obviously, the full half. Everyone was poor in that first half. And he didn't really have much of an impact in the second half. But if I was to give him a rating, it's kind of hard to give him any higher than a 6. He didn't do much wrong in the first half when he played. And there's not much to say about him in the second half. Front three, Diaz was threatening at times, but went missing at times, and obviously he didn't track back for that first goal, which is a polar opposite to what Sadio Mane would have done if he was still here, because he would have helped Robertson out, made that a 2v1 scenario. But I'd probably give Mane I wish we had Mane. I'd give Diaz give him a 5 as well. I can't really say much else. Firmino, I don't know what it is, but he was not at it today at all. Loose passing, obviously it's his game to drop back, but there was moments in the game where we were whipping balls into the box, and I was just saying, why isn't Nunez playing if we're going to do that? And Firmino didn't offer too much. 4. He was poor today. He was really poor, and he was rightfully subbed off as well. Salah, best one out of the starting 11, I'd say. Obviously, he didn't really have too much of an impact, but he got an assist and he got a goal, and he's the reason we got a point. But again, he was quiet, so it seemed like everyone else. But I'm going to give Salah a 7. He was the best player that started the game. Substitutes, Nunez, 7. Easy. Got a goal and an assist on his Premier League debut. Much more to come. Obviously, it's a question of whether he obviously meant what happened. You think the worst in a deflected scenario, and his assist might have been a poor touch, but he got the assist, and he was threatening. He was the biggest threat since he came on, and I'd probably give him a man of the match as well. I'll give him a 7, the same as Salah. It's between them two. I'd probably give I keep saying this the wrong name, Nunez. I'll give Nunez my man of the match. Milner didn't really change the game. 6. Elliott, same, a game. 6. Carvalho didn't really have too much time. I'll give him a 6 as well. Did anyone else come on? Not that I'm aware of, but those are going to be my player ratings. Klopp, I said he got the midfield wrong, but again, there's not much else he can do. There's not much options he has. Got the defence right. Again, nothing else you can do. Konate's out injured. We don't know how long. Front three, you could argue maybe Nunez should have started. Klopp didn't do too much wrong, but he didn't do too much right either. I'm still annoyed that Henderson gets so much better treatment than other midfielders. I would have much rather liked to see a risk taken and maybe started Carvalho or Elliott in that role. But I'll give Klopp a 6. But yeah, that is my reaction to Liverpool's disappointing opening day draw to Fulham. We are sure to be back next week at home to Crystal Palace. We need to bounce back as quickly as possible. Otherwise, this is going to be another long season where we're going to be second best. And so, yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. Be sure to leave a comment down below. Tell me what your thoughts in the game was, and give me your player ratings as well. But yeah, until next time, sayonara.